Hey fellow crypto enthusiast, welcome to today's quick trend analysis. Let's get started. In today's video you will find out how the price of Bitcoin has changed and what the technical indicators SMA, RSI, divergence and MACD are showing for it, so you can become a more successful trader. Looking at the Bitcoin hourly time frame, the price moved only slightly to the upside with around 0.4% in the last 24 hours, with a current price of $7,363. Moving to the simple moving average, or short SMA, we get it by adding the close prices for a certain amount of candles and then dividing it by the number of candles. We usually calculate the different SMAs by taking the last 20, 50, 100 and 200 candles. It is possible to determine if there is an upward or downward trend by using the SMA lines. They can also show the resistance or the support levels. By crossing one of them, it could signify a trend in the corresponding direction. When we now look at the current hourly simple moving averages, for this time interval, the current price is above all of the simple moving averages, which looks bullish, and you should watch if the closest SMA, the 20 SMA, could remain stable or the price will dip below it with the current price of around $7,346. Pointedly, the current price is above the 200 SMA, which is perceived as a strong support. Nevertheless, if there were to be a decisive downward dip, it will signal a possible big move down. Next, looking at the Relative Strength Index, or short RSI, it is a momentum indicator that measures the internal strength of the price moves. The RSI is a bounded indicator and moves between 0 and 100. When the RSI is over 70, normally the price is considered overbought and you can expect a pullback or for the price to remain at least stable for some time. Accordingly, the price is deemed oversold, if the RSI is below 30. If we now look at the current hourly relative strength index, the current hourly RSI is at 57, so there are currently no signs of the crypto being overbought or oversold. Next, looking at the divergences, bearish, or negative divergence, and bullish, or positive divergence, are the two types of divergences. When the price is making a higher high, while at the same time the indicator is making a lower high, it's called a bearish divergence. This is an indicator that the buyers are exhausted and that you can expect a change in the trend. The same logic applies to the bullish divergence, where the price makes a lower low, but the indicator is making a higher low, signifying that the sellers are exhausted. If we now search for divergence in the hourly time frame, owing to a bearish divergence, the price could go down from now on or at least remain stable for the time being. Looking at the hourly MACD, the trend is currently going down because the MACD line is below the signal line. But it's expected for the price to remain the same for some time because the MACD histogram shows that the momentum at the moment is shifting upwards. You should wait and see if the MACD line will cross the signal line, which will be bullish. Jumping to the 3-hourly simple moving averages, the price broke the 50 SMA to the upside. It's a strong signal that there has been a higher than average volume. The current price is above all simple moving averages for this time interval, which looks bullish, and it is to watch if the closest SMA, the 50 SMA, could hold support or the price will break it to the downside below the current price of around $7,314. Pointedly, the current price is above the 200 SMA, which is perceived as a strong support. Nevertheless, if there were to be a decisive downward dip, it will signal a possible big move down. Looking at the 3-hourly relative strength index, the current 3-hourly RSI is at 56, so it doesn't show signs of overbought or oversold conditions at this point. Jumping to the 3-hourly MACD, the MACD line is above the signal line, which shows that the current trend is on the upside. The MACD histogram shows that the momentum is currently indecisive, so consolidation for some time or shifting the momentum could be expected, and you should wait to see if the MACD line will cross the signal line, which will be bearish. Moving to the daily simple moving averages, the current price is between the 20 and the 50 SMA. If the price bounces off the 20 SMA, which is currently at 7,217, it could be seen as a support, and the 50 SMA that is at 7,618 could be seen as a resistance to the upside. Breaking either way signals a possible further move to the corresponding direction. Looking at the daily relative strength index, the current daily RSI is at 50, so there are currently no signs of the crypto being overbought or oversold. Moving to the daily MACD, the MACD line is above the signal line, which shows that the current trend is on the upside. Looking at the MACD histogram, we can see that the momentum is strong at the moment and we can expect the price to continue growing or maybe at least remaining the same for some time. In general, the larger time frames have a greater impact on the price, so please remember that when we display different time frames with different indicators. And also the shorter time frames are only representative for the short-term trading. Thanks for watching and keep in mind that you should make your own investment decisions as cryptocurrency trading is very risky and these daily videos are only an overview of trends and are a purely technical analysis without considering the fundamentals. See you next time.